Help, it's me, Rentermouth. Right, a quick chat. Well, I say chat, quick chat. Chat with the Mighty Avenger, but old Rabbit Mouth here, I think he got a few words in, I don't know. So before you all have a go at me, I just thought I'd say that. Anyway, enough for me. Over to the chat we go. Up everyone, it's the old fella back, and I'm with the Mighty Avenger.
Yes. Yo, what's up? What it do?
Yeah. Well, I said I've got a Zoom meeting at 3:00 in the morning.
I see.
Yeah, so I'm going to be it's going to be a late night, because it's to do with well, I've done this. I do my own music, but I'm no musician. I'm not.
Yeah, I saw that. I saw your intro. That was pretty sick, man. I just want to know how long have you been doing? With your guitar solos like that, like that. I think it was.
I don't know. I don't read music. I'm self-taught. I don't copy other people, and I just do whatever comes sort of in my head. And as long as the notes sound right, if you know what I mean, then that's it. Right. That's what I do. Well, I did this tune, and Axe Japan says, "Oh, can I hear it?" So, okay, and I think it's like I normally do. I don't like it. And he goes, "No, that's all right." Well, he says, do this and that with it, and I've got to send him the stuff over. So then I basically, I won't say the person's name, but ask a singer if she'd like to sing on it, Japanese. She said, "Yeah." So that's what the meeting's going to be about at 3:00 in the morning. But I'm no, I may have a few guitars and stuff, but I'm no genius at all or anything like that. I just make it up as I go along.
Hey, as long as the people like it, that's good.
Well, I'm about to find out when we get this done. But I don't mind. I don't mind putting myself out there because I mean, how long have you been doing your channel now?
Oh boy, that's a good question. Technically, I started, that was back in 2015, and my first reaction that was back in 2018. So I guess it's likely to say it's about like 6 years.
Right. Mine's just over 2 years.
Oh, okay.
I'm sort of new at it, if you like, but I just do it for fun. Well, what happened was, okay, I was working and I was past the retirement age. So I got made redundant, right? So fair enough. And what happened then was COVID hit. So I thought, oh, so that was it. I thought, I can't sit here doing nothing. There you go. That's how it started.
I see.
Who was the first band you ever reacted to? Or was it?
I can't remember what year it was. The first band that I was so addicted, that was the Nightwish. And afterwards, then I started to my first Japanese band, that was Baby Metal. That was Karate.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. First one I ever reacted to was Thrill, Bandmate.
Oh my God. And ever since, just listen to Thrill, that it was really that was hardcore.
Yeah, I've always been into rock music because when I was younger, I don't know if you've ever heard T-Rex. Back in the 70s, this is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's when I had hair as well. And then I sort of went on like AC/DC. I mean, Jimi Hendrix, I wasn't a Led Zeppelin fan really. And I've sort of gone on from there. Deep Purple, that sort of thing. That sort of way, Thin Lizzy, da-di-da-di-da. And I've seen absolutely loads of bands live. Tons. But I've always been into into rock music. You see, so I don't know why, but probably the way I was brought up.
Yeah.
My parents going, don't like that. I can't understand what they're singing about.
When I was younger, I mostly just listened to everything that's from hip hop, like Nas, Jay-Z, Jermaine Dupri. And then, as I got a little older, I started listening to most of the songs from Limp Bizkit, and mostly that I was been like that when I was even younger, and how parents are being a little strict about watching MTV. That was like back in the 80s. It was one of those moments, but mostly like Limp Bizkit to Papa Roach and Linkin Park. That was the main source I listened to the most out of it.
Yeah, I've seen Papa Roach. I've met Papa Roach. I've seen Limp Bizkit. But I suppose the heaviest I went was Slipknot. I've seen them.
Okay.
But yeah, sort of back in my day, back in the 70s, when it was all. But what I prefer is I like bands that play their own instruments. I've always been more for that. Like Passcode and these Japanese bands where they do the singing, but they don't have a they don't play their instruments. So I'm all for that when they play the instruments.
Yeah.
I'm not much for boy bands.
I mean, yeah.
They're put together as far as I'm concerned.
Okay.
Yeah. Whereas, let's say Bandmate, you've got 5 individuals, and the way they all met, and one had a dream. Boy, has that come true?
It definitely did.
I'd like to see them live. I would actually like to interview them, but I got no chance of that. But it's one of them things. I'm working on a lot of. I've sent out loads of emails and messages to different people. I don't care if they say no, but half of them don't get back to you. Maybe because you're sending an email, it's their management, so you have to go sort of direct. There's that band Rumpus. They're in New Zealand. The oldest is 14, I think, and they're a family. There's 2 twins, the 2 daughters, and there's the 2 lads. They've just put up an original song, and it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant because I reacted to it. I'm way in front with my reactions because I've got so many other things to do. I've got them all up there waiting, all scheduled to go. It's just to find the time, because I also always reply to all the comments if I can.
Yeah.
Some days it gets a bit tricky. You can spend a couple of hours there because there's so many, but it's what I do. Because I think if someone took the time out to comment, I'll reply to them. Anyway, I'm going to ask you this. You've got your logo with all the hair.
Yeah. I had that. What was that? The funny thing about that, I was trying to give an 80s nostalgia look with that wig, and I still have it, and it's just that it's all so tingly and it's just wild, and that it's hard to get a brush to try to comb it. And I was like, screw it, I gotta at least look a part to that.
I know what you're saying, because I've got a wig, because I wore it when I wore the maid outfit. Because I said if I hit 10,000 subs, I'd do it, and I did it. So I wore the maid outfit. But so thinking about doing this song, should have put it back on and film it, So
Yeah.
Well, life to me is about having fun. It's about enjoying yourself, having fun, doing what you like, and basically that's it. That's what I like about, if you like, YouTube, the community, the way people are. I mean, you get the odd troll, but most people are really nice, and that's to me what it's all about.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm doing the same. Is just just give what the people want and give the entertainment the best way you can. I mean, it's not perfect, but it's still that gives 90% that people enjoy it.
Well, right. Do you do much editing on your videos when you put them up?
The ads.
Editing.
Oh, edit. Oh, there are most of the times that can be edited, and I just mostly that it's just either leave it or don't. But I just mix up with everything.
Yeah, it's just you're just being yourself. It's like me. If I don't edit, if I make a mistake or say something wrong, I'll leave it. Well, yeah, I've got a few bloopers where I've been actually doing it, and I'm thinking, well, it would have helped if you turned the microphone on, wouldn't it? Things like that. But it's being yourself. I mean, I've seen so many people edit, sort of even when they breathe, the edit out, because you can see when the frames keep changing. Like, I'm thinking, why have you done that? Be yourself. And I think that's the most important thing, is to be who we are.
Right. Exactly.
I mean, my problem is trying to pronounce Japanese names. But not only that, I am actually dyslexic. Right. So when I was at school, back all them years ago, they didn't know what it was. Just classed as being thick. So all your life you feel useless. I've probably learned more since I left school than when I was at school. But of course, so having that, if you like, and then trying to read I'm going, no. So I put it in the translator and let that do the talking for me. I had to do that today. I thought, I can't pronounce that. Even when it read, said it back to me, I thought, no, I can't say it. It's going to come out. It's going to come out all wrong. So that's what I do. I put it in let the translator speak it. And then sometimes if it's Japanese, I'll go in English, then in Japanese, to the two. But yeah, I mean, Japanese is something else anyway. I think I know about 4 words.
I mean, for me, that it takes time for me to try to understand a word, and most of the times I have to do it slowly to say it out there, and yeah, I don't understand Japanese much. I mean, I'm learning a little bit of it, but I think it's that the music itself that is just really it's real important. What matters the most of it, even though you could just manage to break the language barrier, and I'm just more of a very open about it.
Yeah. Because I mean, for me, Japanese bands now, it's like when I first got into music. It's like reliving it, because for years and years, mind you, I think I'm guilty of I've seen a lot of bands, and a lot of bands I saw the support bands were Japanese. So I honestly think I've actually, I can't remember, but I think I've seen Loudness for real live. That's it, isn't it? So you see, your objective is the same as mine, is to get out there, have fun, enjoy what you're doing. That's what it's all about.
Yeah, exactly. Enjoy the music and just give the kind of feel to it, and give that expression, and mostly just be that supportive.
Yeah, I mean, if I don't like something, I will, but I'll say why I don't like it. Why it doesn't, I'm not just going to go, that was no good.
The last thing you want is that people will respond to that.
Yeah. Well, they responded to one of my jokes, didn't they? Because I'm a bit of a dry sense of humor. And it was Nemophila. And I said, look, they're fine, but I think they've got too much red lipstick on. To me, it just doesn't look right, comment section went wild. I was only joking. but so and of course these days you've got to be so careful what you say.
True. Yes.
It's so easy to offend anybody these days. I'm thinking, oh, I mean, I offended somebody. I did it. I'm not going to do the accent, but it was sort of like from the accent from like further down south in this. We don't talk like that. My reply, it's only a bit of fun. You know, they've got different accents all around the country, the same as in America, you know.
Yeah.
And then you have in this country, like, you know, we've got Birmingham, we've got Brummie accent, we've got the Scousers, the Liverpool accent, obviously Scottish and Welsh. And it's like Irish. I'm not doing my Irish impression. I'll get told off for that. God. So, but it's what it is. And I mean, like the state, you know, like the state you live in, how big is it?
It's very big to be that Pacific.
Like from one end to the other, roughly.
Yeah.
Hundreds of miles.
It is.
Yeah. It's only like, you know, length of this country. I was trying to work out how many times you could drop this country into America. It is good. But so who's your present favorite rock band?
It's good. I'm still down with Linkin Park because it basically the band changed me for who I am. You know, to be the only person, well, to be the only black man to ever listen to rock, and ever since then, I just kept just watching videos and like live in Texas. That was the one thing I did own, and that they were always so great. And I mean, after the last album, One More Light, and everything just stops. And that the day that Chester passed away, and ever since then, I still continue to listen, even some of the classics.
Yeah, that's the thing that gets me as well. When, you know, like because of who we are, that's not your sort of music to listen to. It's for anybody. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter what color we are, or, you know, anything. And that's what gets to me when people try to they're now trying to fit people into certain genres of music. No, I'm sorry, but it's worldwide. We all listen to what we like. And like I always say, it's what suits your ear holes. Mine are really big. So the
ears, what is that gives the flavor of music that surrounds you.
Yeah, that's it. And that's what it's all about. I mean, me and a tinny snare drum, you know, some of these rock, I don't like it, but it's just me. Yeah, some people love it. But this is what it's all about. And I mean, I listen to all sorts of music. What other sort of music in besides rock?
Well, there are still basically like R&B and rap. That's just my main source of music that I listen to the most of it. I mean, it's as much as I enjoyed the classic hip hop, but the rap these days is just all this is nothing but like auto tune and all that crap. It's just there are some things that people that most of they forgot of all the elements of what hip hop was, what makes the music be as a music.
Yeah. I think what I like was when Aerosmith, Walk This Way. Two of them got together. That was a classic. That was an absolute classic. You know, I really, really enjoyed that.
Yeah, and then another with Run DMC,
Yeah,
Yes, that's also the real joint there.
yeah. And I thought, well, this is great. This is what we want. Of course, if you like what the Japanese do, they bring out a song and they mix all different genres into the one song. And it's
Yeah,
like, how do they manage to join all that up? But they do.
yeah. And the thing is that from bees that I've been reacting recently, and then there was another group that is that does rap like Clemico. That was the first time I ever heard about this, and this is actually fantastic.
Yeah, so is the rap I'm not keen on is when excuse me, it's when
Sorry.
they're always on about guns and violence and stuff and calling each other a certain name, which I'll never use because I never like it. You know what I mean? I don't like that. The older, if you like, the older rap, yes, but like you say,
those are what I call the gangster rap.
yes, yeah, that's you know, to me, music's about. I mean, okay, we had punk rock. They're all, you know,
yeah, expression self, so that they don't just rebels and don't give a crap.
Yeah, yeah, they yeah, they're angry people. But then the Japanese do punk, and it's fun.
Mm-hmm.
They've changed it, and I'm thinking, wow, this is great. And because it was the Tomboys, they're four girls, and they're fun. And I'm trying to think of that. I can't. I'm terrible with names at the best of time. But this girl, when she sings, she's got attitude. Okay, I can't understand what she's singing about, but it's great. Got real attitude in her voice when she's singing, and it comes across great. And I'm thinking,
wow.
And I'm thinking that's good. That's good. Yeah, I said I don't know what she's singing about, but it fits perfectly with the music. So that's what counts. But yeah, there's so much. And another band I've seen a few times, Alice Cooper. I was a big fan of Alice Cooper, and because he got banned from coming over to this country in the 70s, he wasn't allowed because of the chicken incident. Well, somebody threw a chicken on this stage, and apparently he's supposed to have ripped it to pieces or something, but that's not the story. He just pushed it back, and then the fans just all sort of destroyed it. But he was banned from this country for that reason.
Oh.
But anyway, it's all water under the bridge now because he's come over several times and I've seen him. So. But yeah, I mean, like the new bands. I mean, to me, they're brilliant because when they're live on stage playing, and you can see how good they are, and because the sound quality these days is a lot better than what it used to be.
Oh.
Who was I watching? I can't see. This is. I was watching. This was rap, right? And they're doing it live. And they brought this young lad on. He joined in with them. And I'm thinking, hey, he's good. Even, I said, I don't know who the band was or anything, but even the actual guys were looking at him going, what? He got it off. And I'm thinking, yeah, no, when you're that age, you've got no fear, no nothing. You just go out there and do it.
Yeah.
And to me, that's brilliant. So, and another thing, somebody said to me, you deserve more subscribers. So, anyone listening to this now, or when this goes out, go over and subscribe. I never ask actually for myself, but other people, that's different. And if I talk too fast, tell me to slow down. That is a problem with we tend to, in everybody in their own language tends to speak too quickly, but American people always seem to speak slower.
Yeah.
Whereas me,
there are some people who could talk fast, and there are some people who could talk slow, and it's just like, what?
Yeah, and I speak too quickly. And my accent, I don't have an accent because where I am, it's more slang than accent. Right. Instead of saying bus, they say buzz. So they say something like, just going to catch buzz, which translated is I am just going to catch the bus. So obviously, living in the area, you get to understand. So that is a problem. I mean, I know when later on today I will slow down, because speaking to Japanese, some of them can understand me as long as I speak slowly.
Yeah.
But then I say, if you get a translator, it does make it easier. Because I got Heidi, she's an American who moved and lives in Japan and speaks perfect Japanese. And apparently she's very good. But that's one of her jobs, because when they had the Olympic Games there, she was working as a translator. So, you know, I have a job with English, let alone anything else. But yeah, so your aim, so what's your sort of, have you got any sort of goal, or are you just doing it for fun, or?
I am just simply doing it for fun, but mostly that the goal, well, the aim is that they get, hitting of the 10K subs, and it is a slow rate, but at the same time, all I could do now is basically just keep grinding and give the best effort. That's all I ever stood by for that, and just simply have fun.
Be yourself. That's all I'm going to say. I noticed that you obviously are well into Marvel.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. I can see the picture at the back of your head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this was the Iron Maiden and Marvel collaboration. That was cool. Which that's the Thor. And I wish I had the one that has the Venom with it. Because that's the best look I ever saw. But yes, I do read comics, because that's also one of my hobbies, and I do collect them, from every title to Amazing Spider-Man to Punisher to X-Men and Wolverine.
Nice.
And Moon Knight.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. I mean, I watched the films, but I think they're fabulous the way they do them. The quality of the films these days, the realism. To me, it's fantastic. You know, but I won't jump off my balcony thinking I can fly.
So we all wanted to have that to fly.
Well, I have actually done a lot of flying. I've done radio controlled aeroplanes, and then actual gliders, where you get towed up.
Yeah.
Well, I'm one of these people. We were practicing stalls, so you bring the nose up and then it just drops like that, and you do that. I got fed up with doing that, so we come up and I turned it and went backwards. Like, the instructor says to me, says, "What's up?" So I'm bored with doing this. He says, "Oh, do what you like." So I did. Next thing, we're at 4,000 feet and I'm spinning down. But that's me. There's always been that crazy side to me. So it's like when people get on an airplane to go, because I've got relations in Canada. I've been there a few times. I've been to Buffalo. I've been to Chicago, and places like that. And they say, "Oh, fly." I says, "Look, it's a coach, a bus on wheels that that happened to lift off the ground, and it says that's all it is." I says, "It sounds like one when it's landed, all the squeaky wheels and things." I said, "Yeah, it's normal." I don't know if I scared them or not, but flying's flying, because to get around America, you need to do a lot of flying, don't you?
Yeah. I've been on the planes before, and it's just, take one trip to another that gets to your destination, and I'm not a fan when it comes to up the high altitude. That just messed up my sinus.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's like me. I can't go up a ladder anymore. I don't know what's wrong with me, but my job when I was one of my jobs when I was working was driving a fork truck, but you go up with it in the air. Right up, high up. That never bothered me. I'm just weird, but yeah. So it's good. It's all good. So I take it you're working still, yeah?
Oh, I do work, yes.
Yeah. Yeah. I tell you, here's the joke. Since I've retired, I don't know how I found the time to do everything, because now I never seem to have enough time. Yeah, it's like, well, where's the day gone? Yeah, but there again, I look at it like this. If your days are going that quick, you're obviously enjoying what you're doing. The days don't, you could be at work in a job you don't like, and then the day just drags.
Yeah, it's what is known to be as a love-hate relation when it comes to working. And I mean, trust me, because the fact that I take graveyard shifts, and it's a really doozy. And being as a nocturnal, that I stay up pretty often, and at the same time that it just puts me that I wanted to nod off, just want to take a sleep.
Oh, right. Yeah, I'm me with time. Well, what was it, 4:00 this morning when I went to bed? Probably more on purpose, knowing that I've gone out late one today. So, but yeah, it's good. And the whole thing about, like, with the music, I mean, I haven't noticed do you react to many Japanese bands?
I could throw you some from, like, of course, like Baby Metal, Bandmate, Love Bites, One Ok Rock, Wakaki Band, of course.
Yeah. Oh, right. You've done them all. Yeah. Right. So, so I meant to go and check your channel out properly, but I just didn't get the time.
I know. Trust me, it's a lot. It's very a lot. And I mean, the list goes on with that.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like I've reacted to Aris Mundo and Valka. Now, they're two separate bands.
Okay.
One's a bass player, one's a drummer. That's one band. The other's a guitarist and singer. That's another band. Then they met up and formed 386, whatever the name is, as well. So I've interviewed them all, and they're great. I mean, this is how they work in Japan. They'll sort of join up and help each other out. And I'm thinking, that wouldn't happen here. No, because, but the whole thing about all this is and there's no, I don't know if you've noticed it with these Japanese women, there's no egos. There's no egos, is there?
No, I don't think there isn't.
No, because when you see them, like the guitarists are not falling out, I'm not the lead guitar, we'll both do it. Then you get, like, when they film them, they're even filming the drummer. Everybody gets a fair share of it, and they're all supportive of each other. Whereas over here, the camera's got to be on the singer all the time, hasn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, no, this is great, and you get to see, because drummers are always hid at the back, and you never get to see them. That's why they need to put, like, if Juna gets in another band, put her on the front of the stage. You've obviously reacted to Juna, have you?
Yes.
Yeah, she needs to be at the front of the stage.
And believe me when I say that I've been seeing from her videos, and I'm just like, whoa, jeez. I mean, seeing that energy and that raw just coming from her, it's just ridiculous, and yet it's
Yeah.
awesome.
And how hard she hits the drums.
Mhm.
I felt sorry for the drum kit because I was reacting to her once, and like she's got a picture where you can see her feet.
Yeah.
I thought, well, that's a nut and bolt on the floor there, isn't it? So it must have fell out. It wasn't there at the start. So it must have fell out while she was playing. I thought, but yeah,
Oh,
it's great. It's so great. I mean, I do say this, that men have held women back so long with music, and now it's just showing you what they can do. They're amazing.
yeah.
They're amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. At the same time, that music is a form of art that just represents of what you are, and that you just expressing out to the world.
Yeah, and that to me is what it's all about. I'm trying to think now what it said on. I'm trying to think. Oh, here we go. Names again. Yeah. Do what you love what you do.
Yeah.
And to me, that sums it all up. That sums it all up, because and to see some of these happy, smiling faces and that. Well, like Wave Potter.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've done a chat with him, and also I've just reacted to what he put up. It's his not. I don't know why he did it for his 9th, but he did a song for Rosie. He wrote it himself, because the guy's got talent, as I keep saying, but and I think he got the inspiration from that. The song's good, but the words are too sloppy for me. I said to him, I'm not that sort of a person, but they've got a great relationship. So, but that's what I mean. We got a lot of people on here that are doing reactions, but they're flipping good musicians themselves, and they're not doing it. So, and then I got I've pressured now to do my own thing. It's like when I get links sent to me. I take it you get links sent to you by different people. Yeah. And you always get the comment like, where is it? Well, it's in the queue, it's on the list. Yeah, not much pressure, But I also like it when obviously this person's now putting something in English, but that's not their first language. They'll put next and the title of the song. I don't take it offensively, like, can you do this next, please? Or I understand that that's straightforward. So fine. And I just reply to them. I go, yeah, I'll put it on my list. And a lot of the time I reply to them in their own language. That's fun, playing with the translator. I don't know if you've ever messed with that. Because you put in what you want to say, right? So it comes in here, then you swap it over, and it's like, no, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. I didn't say. A classic one was when I put auto translate on Japanese. I forget who it was talking now. It could have been Miyako on one when she was doing her guitar things, and come out with words like, well, when I kicked my sister in the head. I thought, no, you didn't say that. So you see what I mean about the translation.
Mm-hmm.
You then, I do it line by line now. And then sometimes you have to say, instead of saying I, you say me, then it comes out as I. And if you put a comma in the wrong place, that can destroy everything. So it's fun. It's fun. Russian's not too bad. But Japanese is definitely the worst. Because I'll put auto. Indonesian's funny because I don't know what I say, but it translates to "Where's my coffee?" Because they'll commenting, "Where's my coffee?" And I go, "I never said that," but it obviously translates. It's become a joke now. It's become a joke, and they all call me uncle. That's respect for old people, isn't it? You know,
Yeah.
I goes, oh, where's the old out, the Mr. B? And they call me Mr. B. My actual name is Brandon, by the way.
Oh,
It's American name. You know, sort of more says the American way, Brandon, you know. Um, but yeah, because at the time when I got the name, we had a DJ on the radio called Tony Brandon, because it was an American second name, I do believe. And then we had the actor Michael Brandon. So for some reason, it's my first name. So, but that's what the B stands for.
Okay, now I get it.
Right. Well, because when I was at work, there's a guy, Jamaican, great guy, honest, fantastic, great sense, lovely guy, God. And named Devon, and he always used to call me Mr. B. So I just thought for this channel, I'll just call myself, because I am old Mr. B, and that's how that came about. So, you know, it's funny how these things come out, but I thought, well, no one's got it. But yeah, I mean, yours, well, I think it says it all, really, because the Mighty Avenger, that's obviously to do with the films.
Well, technically, excuse me, the thing is that was like years back when I got myself a PS3, and when I was doing the setup for the happy account for online purchases and stuff like that, I didn't count on that you had to come up with a screen name, and I was like, oh crap, I need to do something about that. And I was basically just looking at walls and find something that could be very useful. So that's where I saw the cover of Mighty Avengers comics. That was back then when it was during the Dark Reign event. So that's how I got my name, just simply Mighty_Avenger, just one word, being like, that's the only one hero that they wish they would have me on the Avengers team.
Right. So I've got a question for you then. Because you've got Marvel and DC. Which is your favorite?
The Dark Knight.
Right. No, I mean, because there's somebody I know, if it's not Marvel, I'm not watching it. Oh, I thought, well, you know, that's a bit extreme, isn't it? You know, but yeah, so, but I mean, that's why I thought I'd ask that, because a lot of people seem to take, so I'm thinking, God, you know, you don't have to bother. It's like with me with genres of music. I say, to me, there isn't a genre. You either like it or it's not your type of thing. Simple. It's too many genres. Well, back in my day, we had pop, rock, reggae, you know, blues, jazz, and that's, you know, sort of about it. Then now we've got like, well, where will this come from? You know, it's like with garage. I don't know if that is because somebody actually originally did it in the garage and says, oh, look, we call it garage music. You know, then you got house. Well, everybody's got house music because that's where they play it, if you like. But yeah, so it's just interesting that we've got so many different genres now, which to me is, I think it's gone a bit overboard. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I'm also big fan of Gary Moore. If you know Gary Moore.
I don't think so.
Still got the Blues for You.
Okay.
He was he met all the old blues players. You know, the black guys, the original, you know, the proper blues players, right? And they said he says to him, man, he's good. But he says, he's playing too many notes. He needs to slow down. And he did. he did what they said, right? And he became, and that was great to see when you see the old guys when they play. It wasn't the amount of notes; it was the feeling they put into it. You know, it's not how fast you can play it. It's what you play and what you feel it. Like Bo Diddley, you're watching him thinking, no, it's got the bends and he said things. They're thinking, really got it. They've really got it. That's it. They play from the soul, and it's true. It's true. Absolutely. And I mean, this is why they said Eric Clapton was a good blues player because of what he'd been through. Lost his son, this, that, and the other, and all the rest of it. And they say that's what makes you who you are. But yeah, it's good. No, so this is good. It's interesting. See, I'm learning about you as well. This is the idea to find out what well, not what makes anybody tick, but but yeah, this is good. And what I'm going to do, of course, you see, when I do this, obviously I was like an intro to it, and I put an end on it. Yeah. And the bit on the ends where I start shouting at people to go over and subscribe to your channel. Okay. And Gary, I'll have to get Gary to do you some art.
Okay.
Well, because it is right for I don't know if you know her as Gasha, the bass player, Blue Ichigo Ichinose. She's the favorite, everyone's favorite. They all want to see her in Love Bites, don't they?
Yes.
Well, that's who I'm interviewing. That's who he says he got. I've sent her a picture from him to her. She thanked him very much for that. Now he's done another one that I'm going to use on my backdrop, and hopefully everything could be all right. And I've been telling people I'm doing this, but I mean I think the reason she said yes to me was because she knows I've followed her from a long time, been following her as she's progressing and supported her. So hopefully that's in my favor. That's why I get to do it. So it's great. It's great to try and get. It's what I don't know if you ever thought of doing that, interviewing people.
I don't know yet. I never thought of that way. Maybe somewhere down that road that I can would do do interviews and stuff like that. So, but being as a little shy.
Shy? You don't come across as shy. What I was going to try to do was like to get a load of people to come on at once, and all meet up. But then somebody else did that. But like I said, it didn't change. It's the same 4 people all the time. But this is what I'll do, because we're a community. We're not rivals. We're not rivals. We're all there to do the same thing, which to me is fantastic.
We're all in the same in this one unit.
Yeah, it's great, and that's what I like about it. See, with me, I'm not sort of traveled the world, but I'm a worldly person. Years ago, we had the CBs. Now they were illegal in the UK.
Oh,
right, CB radios. Well, I got like something like a 200 watt burner to get out, and I've spoke to people all around the world. Some guy in Connecticut, some guy in Brazil, Italy, all over. And I've always been like that, talking to around the world. So I'm doing the same thing now legally, if you like, but all around the world with different people and trying to get to have a chat with them as well. Monocom, they're in Taiwan. That's the youngest band I've ever interviewed. Yi Loy is another 2 girls that I've interviewed. They're in this country. They're only 13 and 14. And I'm surprised the mum and dad was fine. Let them do it. And I thank them for that. But then there's all the other bands, the snot on the way up, but not known. You see, now the thing is with Gasha, if I've got an interview with her and she does end up in those bites, that's one for me, isn't it? Because once she's in there, you're not going to get a chance. Yeah. Skillet. Do you know Skillet?
Yes.
The religious band, but heavy rock band. Yeah. Well, here's the joke. I reacted to them, and the only place that could see it was America.
Oh.
And I thought, why? It got blocked everywhere, and I thought, I can't. I'm not supposed to be able to watch this then, but I can, obviously, because I put it up. But because Skillet's another band I followed for a while. I like what they do.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm not religious. I'm an atheist, but it's the music.
Yeah,
it proves the point that they're getting their, if you like, their message over with their music in the rock world, and I think it's fabulous what they're doing. It's so nice to hear a rock band where they're not swearing. That's another thing. I don't swear on here.
Oh, I swear, but not a whole lot.
No.
That's just.
Oh, I do swear. The air's blue here sometimes with some of the silly things I do. I'm always having a go at myself but I just don't do it on here. You know, I won't, like the F word. Some people seem to use it every sentence. I'm thinking, well, you know, it's just, it don't bother me, but it's just something I don't do. Well, I nearly let something slip when I reacted to Rumpus, because they've done such a good job. And like I say, that from 11 to 14 years old, I went, whoop, no, nearly. That's how good it was. I said, no, you can't swear. The children, the kids, you know. So, but yeah, it's you know, this, to me, I'm having the time of my life. I don't know what, obviously you've got to go to work. So, you know, sorry about that.
No,
I mean, obviously I don't have to work, so I can spend that much time doing this all the time and doing all the stuff, but fitting it all in. But yeah, this is good to get to know other people on the channel. So what I'm going to try and do is I'm going to try and get a few of us together. I mean, there is some of them. One of them, I put a message up. You know, would you like to? They deleted it. So I thought, that must mean no then. And then some of them just don't reply. And I'm thinking, well, we're a community. Why shouldn't we communicate with each other? Why shouldn't we do this? You know?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah. Oh no, your response was brilliant.
Thank you.
It was, because you responded straight away, and I thought, wow, you know, I'm not used to it, or maybe, or you know, no, it's great, absolutely fantastic. This is and this is what it, to me, is what it's all about. So I'm going to try and do it. I think a lot of the female reactors are a bit concerned about it, but if they go on my channel, I don't know if you've seen, I've got one playlist called Interview / Chats, and you can see all the people I've spoke to.
Okay. I need to take a look at that.
Yeah, where is it? Vin, do you know Vintasy?
Maybe. I'm not
American. They're from, I think, well, I'm trying to think where they are. Is it West Coast? I think they're from. The singer, well, she growls and stuff, but made me laugh when I went to interview her. She sort of, I said to interview you, you know, to introduce yourself, and she just gave me a rap, because she as well, she can do. They're a heavy band. I mean, I don't know, you know, you may not like them, mate, I don't know, but I've interviewed them. They're great. I'm trying to think. I'm losing track. I've interviewed a band from Italy. I'm trying to get around the world.
Okay.
Indonesia.
Yeah.
I want to get one from Indonesia next. You know, but we'll try. We'll try. So I've done
Okay.
Taiwan, Japan, obviously Italy. Where else? There's a Spanish guy that I was going to talk to. He says, but my English isn't very good, so don't worry about that, nor is mine. My English is rubbish, mate. Don't worry about it. So I'm trying. But, and of course, then if they all sort of say, yeah, we can all do it, like at the moment, it's all building up. Do you know Daisy Pepper, the bass player, the English bass player? You might not.
I might have. Yeah.
I've got one with her because Wave did an interview with her, right? And it's his first ever interview. God, was he nervous or what? You could just see. and
My God.
so I've got one with her on the 20th. She owns 64 guitars.
Holy crap. That's so many.
I know, it makes my 13 look small. You know. But this is what happens when you're in. You obviously, she's a proper musician, you know, and you'll get companies sending you them.
Yeah.
Which is great. You know, here you can have this for free, but to anybody else, it's $4,000. Okay, you know. Yeah, but that's how they do it. But you're not going to say no, are you? When somebody's going to offer you, you know,
don't ever say.
Yeah, I mean, I've had somebody send me an email. Would I do an unboxing and things with a microphone? You know, and so I just sent them all my details. Well, you send me one, I'll do it. If you don't, I'm not bothered. Because, you know, I take a lot of these things with a pinch of salt. Do you know, have you heard of Rum Kicks?
No.
Korean punk band.
Oh, okay.
Very spiky hair.
Yeah.
I have actually spoke to them on Zoom, and I've got back to them now. We're on about doing an interview, so I've sent them the information so they can understand what I'm going to ask them. I got an email from their, because they're coming over to the UK to tour. I got an email from their management, UK management, telling me all about them. So I replied, well, I've reacted to them loads of times. I do have a reaction channel. You know, so the replied back, oh, thank you very much. I'm thinking, where did you get me flipping email from? You know, but yeah, so, you know, and apparently I've been on Japanese radio, like on YouTube around Japan. I am quite well known around Japan, apparently.
Okay.
And on Twitter, I know this because somebody starts following me, and it's like, hey, oh, they're a band. So obviously, I click on that, and then will I react to them? Of course I will if I don't know them. Apart from one comes on there, oh, yeah. Boy band, forget it. I'm not reacting to a boy band. No, but proper musicians, yes. And that. Anyway, I'm rabbiting on again too much, so just tell me to shut up. But I tell you what, no, I don't know. Yeah, I've been on too long here. But it's great. It's great to meet you. It really is.
Likewise, it's nice I get to finally meet you as well, man.
You know, and this is what I like, you know, because you kept popping up all over the place. I thought, that's it.
I know.
Well, I mean, you've commented on things and things. We've been in sort of the same place and stuff. I thought, so, and you know, and it sort of gets in here, registers, but it takes a while to get to circulate because it's a brick. Yeah. And then I thought, right, quick. So I thought, find him. I find him. I've got him. Right. Twitter, best place. And it is great. Yeah. And I'll have to, yeah, we can do this again, but I'm going to try and get a bit of, like, a load more people.
Yeah.
You know, so we can all have a discussion about what we're all doing and what our plans are.
Yeah, exactly. I feel that.
you know, it's great. Be nice if we could get like hopefully somebody from other countries, not just UK and America. Hopefully, speaking English. The lady shelters. Well, that's just reminding me I got to react to them. I did a interview with them, and I didn't have to. They said, "No, we're all right. We've got an interpreter." And there's some American guy there actually learning, and so he was sort of helping as well with the. It was quite funny having 3 interpreters, but he was learning. So yeah, if you get people like that, it'd be great.
Yeah.
It's all right. I've got big ideas, but sometimes it doesn't come to, but this is what I want to do. If I could get 10 people on at once up from all over the world, it'd be great.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. That's me. Anyway, this has been great. And it's really, really nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I'm taking up all your time.
Oh no! I'm good. I mean, I got nothing else to do at the moment.
Right. I mean, here it's just gone 7:15.
Oh boy.
Oh no, I'm up till 3:00 this morning. So it's not a problem. It's not a problem. I'll probably get a couple of reactions done as well. I've done 5 today. I've still got about 8 up there ready to go.
For me, when it comes to doing this, it's like either do 4, 5, or 6. Because the other night I did like 7, but which is I also do some gaming videos clips as well. And that may be the first time I ever did that. But doing alone like 7 of them, I'm like, whoa.
Oh dear, 12's the most. 12 is the most I've done in a day.
Holy crap.
Wow. I know. I put 3 up a day. And I just go on my list. I just kept going. Right. And then I thought, oh no. Then Phyllis just dropped this one. Oh, right. So I went and did that one. Then somebody else went and dropped. No, I thought, I'll go and do that one. And it ends up being 12.
I just kick back and save my energy for the next day. Like, whoa, I didn't take it down a notch, man. You're going to be so trained.
I know. And then because the other week I was ill, I don't know what it was I got, but I woke up and my whole body was hurting. I thought, hey, rigor mortis is setting and I'm not dead. But anyway, everyone's telling me, take it easy, take it easy. I thought, easier said than done. Yeah, it's easier said than done. So this is why, like, all these reactions have got done now. When they're all up there, all up, scheduled to go, right? So if I've got umpteen up there, so I put 3 up a day. So let's say I've got 9, that's 3 days off. But then in the 3 days off, I'll be working on music. I'm trying to. But yeah, so that's how it all works for me. But if I didn't like doing it, I wouldn't do it. It's just I can't help it. It's just it's just
it's gotta be right here when you feel it, and that's always been that for me too.
Yeah, I'm not one of these people for getting excited. I'm not. Like when you meet somebody and they're all huggy, I'm opposite out the way. Get back. I'm like that. I'm not that sort of a person, right?
Right.
And and some of the time I've got such a dry sense of humor, so I have to be careful, and otherwise I'm end up explaining that was a joke, But it's just how I am, But I mean, I know to look at me, people think, well, I'm unapproachable, which is good. But it's just how I am. But like they always say, don't they? Never judge a book by its cover.
True.
That is so true. That is so true.
I never judge to anyone. Never. Just being a good person and you wanted to show that compassion and show the heart to everyone, then it tells you that this man right here that is a caring person and being selflessness that he does show a lot of respect to everyone.
Yeah. It's like when I left work, the only thing I'd miss was the people, because we had people from all over Europe, well, actually all over the world working there, and the somebody put on Facebook, what is the who'd you miss most when you left? I replied, everybody I worked with, because it's true. There's no one person. There were so many people that I got on, and really nice people. Like I've always said, people don't start wars. Somebody else higher up, general, whatever, you know what I mean? It's one person. Yeah. I'm not gonna go there with this. Yes. But yeah, this has been great. So I mean, we can do it again at some point. And but I'm gonna work on it, right? So you're up for it. So I'm gonna get a few more people involved.
Okay.
Have a mass. Yeah, forget any more than 10. I think that might be too busy.
Mm-hmm.
That's the thing. It depends how many people you've got. Can you imagine, like, you got 50 people on there all trying to talk at once?
I mean, maybe like 3 or 4 people, but 50.
No. Well, no. I think 6 would be the limit.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I just want to do it to get people. Yeah. Oh, have you met Susan? No. Okay. Well, let's do this. Let's get because it's nice to meet people that you see. And that, mind you, I've just sort of got to be careful what I say to Gasha, because I've like followed her for ages. And does that make me a stalker?
I got it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. You have to think of things like that, don't you?
I have an idea, and I rather don't want it to say, not bring it out.
No, I follow the music and what she's doing. That's that's it. That's what I'm there for. That's it. That's the whole idea of it. But then you get the things thrown at you. Oh, we all know why you like these young little Japanese girls, don't you? Yeah, for the music. But you'll always get that. Anyway, sir, thank you very much for doing this.
No, thank you.
Still leave it as it is. I'm not going to edit it, and I'll just put a start and a bit on the end, and that's it. I mean, it's gone over an hour, so if they can see if they can last it out.
I get it. Yeah. Well, it was nice talking to you, B.
It's nice talking to you. Honest, this is it. We're just chatting about things. It's getting to know. It's getting to know like people on the other channel stuff. And I really do like it, and I really appreciate it. That we've all got the same thing in common. Music.
Yeah. Exactly. You got it.
Yeah, music. Love it. And that, because I'm starting to. It's actually got. I'm in the UK. It's actually getting quite warm here.
Oh yeah. So it's here, but it's getting but it's getting humid, and it's mostly rain.
Yeah, well, that's what's happening because of my hat, because there's no hair, right? So it's starting to get warm. And I don't take it off because you get a glare off of it, But yeah, but it's all good. It's all good fun. Anyway, thank you so much for this. And I'll just say, I suppose we should say bye to everybody, shouldn't we?
So, bye, everyone.
It's goodbye from him, and it's goodbye from me. No, I shouldn't use that. That's somebody's TV show. Anyway, bye for now. And there we go. I'll stop. Yeah, bye for now. Let's just. There you go. Told you I could rabbit on a bit, can't I? Yes. Which I can do. That's for sure. But great guy. Right, now then. There'll be information down below, which will be to his channel and everything like that. So, I want you to go over there, and I want you to subscribe to his channel, because he's a wonderful, wonderful person. Great guy. And, go and check him out. Go and check out what he's done. And, it's a community. It's part of the community. So, all go over there. Check his channel out. I say the link will be below. So, make sure you do that. And subscribe while you're there. That's as much as I've got to say about that. But yeah. Don't never wear black, because you get white things coming all over you. Very good. Like I say, lovely guy. So go and check him out. And that's it. So information will all be down below. And so I'd like to thank everybody. Thank you so much for all your comments, all your support and everything else. Thank you. And of course, please stay safe. And this old fella will be back. Bye for now.